You've been in that moment where something shifts and you can feel it in your body before your mind catches up. You're talking, maybe laughing, and suddenly the air feels heavier. You wonder if you're imagining it. Most men miss this part entirely and talk their way out of the moment. As a woman, I've been on the other side of that shift more times than I can count, watching men either freeze or overcorrect. And the truth is, sexual interest doesn't announce itself loudly. It shows up in small permissions. If you've ever asked yourself, was that sexual? Or am I reading too much into it? This will change how you see those moments forever. 1. She stops protecting her body from being interpreted. You're standing close, maybe at a bar or in a friend's kitchen, and you notice something subtle. Her posture changes. She's no longer crossing her arms or angling her body away. Instead, she stands open. Not performative, just unguarded. You'll catch yourself thinking, nothing changed, but everything changed. Most men assume sexual interest looks like exaggerated flirting. It doesn't. From a woman's perspective, this moment is about safety. When she wants you sexually, she stops managing how her body might be read. She's no longer trying to avoid interpretation. She's allowing it. Here's what to do. Don't rush to touch. Don't comment on her body. Just hold your position calmly. Let your shoulders relax. Let your eyes slow. If you respond by staying grounded instead of pouncing, the tension deepens. If you rush, the door quietly closes. And once you notice this shift, you'll start seeing how often it happens right before everything changes. 2. She tests whether you'll sexualize the moment without saying anything. This usually happens in a pause. You're mid-conversation, maybe walking back to your car or standing near the door, and she stops talking first. The silence stretches a second longer than normal. You feel the impulse to fill it. You think, say something, anything. But here's what's really happening. She's testing whether you can feel sexual tension without needing to explain it. From my side, this is one of the clearest internal switches. I already know I'm attracted. What I'm watching is whether you're comfortable with desire existing without being named. Most men rush to neutralize the tension. They crack a joke. They bring up logistics. They say something polite, and the moment collapses. The man who passes this test does something very simple. He doesn't rush. He lets the silence breathe. He might soften his voice and say something understated like, "Yeah, I felt that too." Notice the difference. You're not escalating. You're acknowledging. If you handle this calmly, the tension becomes mutual instead of awkward. If you panic, she assumes you're not ready for what comes next. This moment sets the tone for everything that follows. 3. She lets her voice drop when there's no reason to. Pay attention to how she speaks, not what she says. You're sitting across from her, maybe on a couch or at a small table, and her voice shifts. It gets slower, quieter, lower. There's no external reason for it. The room didn't change. The music didn't drop. She did. When a woman wants you sexually, her body often moves into a more intimate rhythm before her words do. You'll notice fewer filler phrases, less nervous laughter, more deliberate pacing. Internally, you might think, why does this suddenly feel so close? Most men misread this and respond by getting louder or faster. That's a mistake. Match her pace instead. Lower your voice slightly. Slow your replies. Let your words land. This isn't about dominance, it's about attunement. If you meet her where she is, the interaction starts to feel insulated from the rest of the world. If you ignore it, she'll eventually bring the energy back up to protect herself. Once you hear this shift and respond correctly, you'll realize how often desire announces itself through sound before anything else. 4. She adjusts her position in ways that change what you can see. You're talking, and she shifts. Not closer exactly, but angled. Her leg turns, her shoulder opens. Suddenly, you have a clearer view of her neck, her collarbone, her thigh. This isn't accidental. Most men think sexual interest means moving toward them. Often, it's about removing barriers instead. Don't stare. Don't comment. Just notice and stay present. If you react with calm attention instead of hunger, she feels safe enough to continue. And that's when the moment deepens. While you're here, if you're someone who notices details most men miss, type "here" in the comments so we know who's actually on this path for real. 5. She watches your mouth instead of your eyes. You're mid-sentence and you catch it. Her eyes drop briefly to your lips. Not once, but more than once. You might wonder if you imagined it. You didn't. This is one of the most physical indicators of sexual interest. From my side, it's instinctive. It happens before I decide anything consciously. Your move here is restraint. Finish your sentence slowly. Don't rush forward. Let her notice that you noticed. This connects directly to what we talked about earlier, how silence and pacing do more than words ever could. 6. She brings up physical sensations that aren't necessary. You're having a normal conversation, and she suddenly mentions something physical. It's so warm in here. This seat is surprisingly comfortable. My shoulders are tense today. None of this advances the topic. Most men treat these as throwaway comments. They aren't. From a woman's perspective, mentioning bodily sensation is a way of shifting the interaction into the physical without crossing a line. She's inviting you to acknowledge her as a body, not just a person. What to do? Respond simply, but directly. Yeah, I noticed it feels warmer now. Or, I can see that. You're not fixing. You're recognizing. If you jump into solutions, you miss the point. If you ignore it, she pulls back. This is a soft doorway into physical awareness, and how you handle it tells her whether you're tuned in or not. 7. She pauses after you speak like she's waiting for something else. You finish a sentence, and instead of replying, she waits. Her head tilts slightly. Her eyes stay on you. It's not confusion. It's expectation. Most men fill that space immediately. Don't. Let the pause exist. This connects back to the earlier moments of silence we discussed. If you stay grounded here, the interaction tips into something unmistakably charged. If you rush, she assumes you can't handle the weight of being wanted. 8. She breaks the conversation frame and creates a private one. You're in a public setting, friends around, noise, movement, and suddenly she says something that pulls you out of it. Come here. Wait. Listen. The world narrows. This isn't about logistics. It's about isolation. When a woman wants you sexually, she often creates a bubble first. She wants to feel what it's like to have you inside her attention before anything physical happens. Your response matters. Turn toward her fully. Lower your voice. Don't glance around. If you stay half available, the bubble pops. If you commit, the energy intensifies. This is one of those moments where direction quietly changes, and most people don't even realize it happened. 9. She lets sexual tension build instead of releasing it with humor. Humor is a release valve. When things get charged, many women joke to diffuse it, unless they don't want to. You'll feel the difference. A comment lands with weight, and she doesn't laugh it off. She holds eye contact. Internally, she's thinking, can you stay here with me? Most men sabotage this by joking it away themselves. They get nervous. They downplay. Here's the counterintuitive move. Stay sincere. Let the moment be a little serious. You might say something simple like, yeah, that landed. You're not confessing. You're acknowledging the tension. If you mishandle this, the interaction resets to friendly. If you stay present, the tension becomes mutual and unmistakable. This is where attraction crosses into something physical, and how you handle it determines whether the door opens or quietly locks. 10. She mentions being alone, casually but intentionally. This one is often misread. She'll say something like, I'm heading home after this, or I've got the place to myself tonight. It sounds informational. It isn't. From my side, mentioning solitude is a way of placing context on the table without pressure. I'm not inviting. I'm signaling availability and watching how you respond. Most men either ignore it completely or jump too far ahead. Both miss the mark. Your move is acknowledgement without assumption. That sounds nice. Quiet nights can be good. You're showing awareness without entitlement. If you escalate verbally here, you break the trust. If you ignore it, she assumes you didn't catch the signal. This is where everything we've covered so far converges. Pace, presence, restraint. Get this right, and the next moments unfold naturally. Miss it, and the opportunity fades without drama. 11. She tests how you handle being wanted without needing reassurance. There's a moment where she does something unmistakably inviting. Stands closer, holds your gaze, lets her knee brush yours, and then she waits. She doesn't ask if it's okay. She doesn't explain. She watches you. You'll feel your mind reach for safety. Does she really mean this? From a woman's side, this is about confidence without pressure. Desire doesn't want to babysit your certainty. Most men either over-verify or pull back entirely. Both signal insecurity. What works is grounded acknowledgement. Stay present. Breathe. Let your body stay relaxed instead of stiffening. You don't need to say anything yet. If you respond without scrambling for reassurance, she feels free to want you openly. And once she feels that freedom, the dynamic shifts in a way you can't miss. 12. She slows her movements when things could speed up. You're walking together, reaching for coats, standing up, and she slows down. Not dramatically, just enough. This isn't hesitation, it's savoring. Sexual interest often shows up as deceleration, not urgency. Most men rush to make something happen. Don't. Match her pace. Let the moment stretch. When you move slower with her, you show you're not anxious to escape the tension. And that calm is deeply attractive. If you've already had even one okay, that explains a lot moment, support the video with a quick like. And if you don't want to lose this in the algorithm, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next part of the puzzle. 13. She gives you access to her personal space without invitation. She doesn't say, come closer. She just stops protecting the space between you. Bags move, arms relax, distance disappears. Most men either invade or retreat. The right move is simple. Occupy the space naturally. Don't announce it. Don't freeze. If you can be comfortable where she's already allowed you, she reads that as confidence. And confidence is what turns permission into desire. 14. She makes herself available without making a request. She lingers. She doesn't check her phone. She doesn't rush the goodbye. Time opens up. This is availability without asking for anything in return. Most men misinterpret this as politeness. It isn't. It's interest. Your role is to notice and respond intentionally. If you treat it as disposable time, the moment loses weight. If you treat it as chosen time, it deepens. 15. She creates a moment that only works if you act. You're standing by her door, or paused beside your car. The moment feels suspended. Nothing is happening, and that's the point. From my side, this is where clarity forms. I've created a situation that can't resolve itself. I'm watching to see if you can step forward without being told. Most men wait for verbal permission. That kills the energy. This doesn't mean rushing. It means reading the stillness. A simple step closer. A quieter voice. A held gaze. If you act with calm intention, the moment moves forward naturally. If you don't, it dissolves. This is where attraction turns into direction. 16. She acknowledges desire without naming it. She says something like, "This feels different," or "I probably shouldn't say this." Her words circle the truth without landing on it. This is vulnerability with an escape hatch. She's offering honesty without forcing outcome. Most men either demand clarity or pretend not to hear it. Both feel unsafe. Your response should meet her at the same level. "Yeah, I feel it too." You're not defining, you're confirming. If you can sit in shared desire without rushing to label it, she relaxes into the moment. And relaxation is what allows things to move forward. 17. She stops managing the interaction and lets you lead. You'll notice a shift. She stops steering the conversation, stops filling gaps, stops adjusting. She becomes receptive. From a woman's perspective, this is trust. I'm no longer controlling the pace because I'm ready to follow your lead, if it feels grounded. Most men mistake this for disinterest and pull back. It's the opposite. This is your moment to guide gently. Suggest the next step. Change locations. Move closer. If you lead with calm certainty, she feels held, not pushed. And that feeling changes everything that comes next. 18. She signals now without saying now. There's a look, sustained, unbroken. Her body is still, but her attention is fully on you. The world fades. You feel it in your chest before your mind names it. This is timing. Sexual desire is deeply tied to when, not just who. From my side, this moment is about readiness. I'm present. I'm open. I'm here. Most men hesitate too long or jump too fast. The balance is awareness plus action. Let your movement be slow and intentional. Let your eyes stay connected. You're not guessing anymore. You're responding. If you recognize this moment and move with it, everything aligns. If you miss it, the opportunity doesn't explode. It simply passes. And that's why learning to feel timing matters more than memorizing signals. 19. She watches what you do with the opening she gave you. She's already opened the door. Now she's observing, not judging, feeling. Are you present? Are you respectful? Are you confident without force? Internally, this is where a woman decides if desire feels safe enough to continue. Most men overthink or perform. Neither is necessary. Do less, be more. Let your actions be clean and deliberate. If you stay attuned instead of rushed, the connection deepens. This moment echoes back to the very beginning. The pauses, the silence, the pacing. It all converges here. 20. She lets the outcome depend on your response. At the end of it all, she gives you something precious. Choice. She doesn't force the ending. She lets your response determine what happens next. This isn't a test. It's an invitation to meet her where she is. If you respond with presence, clarity, and calm desire, the moment completes itself. If you respond with fear or avoidance, it fades. Once you see this pattern, you stop missing it. You stop guessing. You start responding. Once you start noticing when sexual interest is present, something else becomes hard to ignore. These moments almost never appear randomly. They usually come after she's already made a quiet assessment about you, often long before anything physical is on the table. That's why so many men feel caught off guard by desire, but confused about where it came from. The next video breaks down the subtle signs women show when they've already decided you're good looking, and why most of them don't look like attraction at all.